context of those relationships must be taken into consideration of support. Meaning, are the relationships that you have formed supporting you, and are you supporting them from the perspective of self-honesty?
Okay.
Are you standing directive within your reality from get-go in terms of what you will accept and allow and what you will not accept and allow? Makes sense?
Yeah.
Meaning, we're not saying shun everyone in your reality from a perspective of separation and superiority, inferiority, ego status. It's just a point of principle that you're walking within who you are. You make yourself clear, meaning within what you stand as, what you stand for, what you will accept and allow and what not. Therefore, you'll have some relationship ties that will be more intimate from the perspective of, I'm not yet talking about physical relationships, I'm only talking about general relationships.
Yeah.
Some general relationships will be more intimate. We will be starting to communicate to beings more openly about yourself, them to you, in relation to an actual equal one support stand. Of course, you'll have some in those reality that have and are still going through processes that you've gone through, for example.
Yeah.
However, what you have to assess in self-honesty is in terms of, are you able to, within your current position, support that being? Meaning, still allow them in your reality, but be able to direct accordingly within each moment of participation with them. Meaning, they don't influence you. You direct yourself in your reality.
Okay.
Is that clear?
Yes.
Your example.
Let's take one. Yeah.
Okay, so what is your most prominent point you have worked through is weed.
Yeah.
Let's say, for example, allow being in your reality that is still using weed.
Yes.
How do you approach that? You have to make the decision within yourself in terms of, can you stand with that person within your reality without that person influencing you with any regard at all. However, it would be cool from a perspective of standing and seeing, are there still any wants, needs, desires, suppressions, things like that emerging. But I mean, within your situation, you've already quite worked through and stood through weed, evidently, specifically and precisely. So, I mean, you've made a decision, you've lived by that decision, and you stand by that decision.
Yeah.
Now, within allowing, for example, a person with weed and, for example, communicating your experiences with it, and you're just seeing all that person is doing within your reality is simply literally wasting their time and your time, then of course there's no support, there's no substance, there's no relevance to that person being in your reality.
Yeah.
So you simply make your decision and say, listen, I suggest if you want to have your weed, go enjoy a life with weed, but I'm building a life of and with myself in relation to equality and oneness, a basic principle, living principle for all. I've got quite a process to walk. I'm here for this, as this, and therefore in terms of my point of what I'm walking, I'm assisting and supporting me, and here to assist and support those who are willing to assist and support themselves, for example.
Yeah, quite clear.
Therefore,
like there's no point really.
No. Do you see that?
Yeah.
So basically walk within that principle, that point within yourself and all your relationships, meaning, is there a point for yourself and the other? Makes sense?
Yeah.
Is there a point where you can stand and assist and support them? If you can't yet, and for a moment you can let them go, focus on a specific point that you've got to do, for example, studying or finishing your studies or things like that. And then again you can reapproach the point. Maybe the point will come again with a different type of being, but then you'll be in a position to stand and walk.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's not about this way or that way. It's simply a decision you have to make.
Yeah, definitely.
So again, we're not saying it's about allowing them or not allowing them. It's simply about who you decide to be and what you decide to do. But always remain within that self-honest.
Yeah.
With you. So I mean, enjoy people and things like that. And go out, have fun, participate. That's very important because how are relationships strengthened? Through participation.
Yeah.
There's never a judgment upon participating in anything or with anything, meaning going to functions or gatherings or movies or going to various places and just sitting and chatting or, spending time with people.
Yeah.
You do that in terms of getting to know others. I mean, from that perspective, it becomes very fascinating in terms of participating with people and within that participating, getting to know how and who they are. Observe. Become an observer as a participant.
Yeah, I see.
See that. Within that, you always constantly self-reflect. Meaning you can become specific about any changes that comes up within you. Are you changing because of the environment? Is there a change in feeling or experience? Why is this happening? What is invoking it? What type of person is causing this experience within me? You start assessing people. Why? Because you're going to be working with people a lot in your life.
Yeah.
Therefore, the best way to get to know a person that's not from a knowledge, information base, but an actual experience is through participation.
Cool.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
So you want to really lock yourself into the network of relationships and people and participation within that. It's like viewing people or each person as like a foreign country with a foreign culture and a foreign language, and you are now participating in getting to know who and how they are, how they operate, how they function, and who you are in relation to that. So, for example, in your stages of studying, you can start doing this. Okay. In that, getting to know people, participate, decide who you want to allow in your world, who not. But always keep it in line and in focus with your inevitable outcome within the position that you want to be standing later on in your life.
Yeah.
In terms of being able to assist and support a totality of human beings.
Yeah.
But you will realize then within that you'll be able to do that with an actual understanding based on actual experience, based on actual reality.
Yeah, I see completely.
You've walked with the people, so to speak.
Yeah, like you know what you're dealing with.
Exactly.
Yeah, definitely.
Within this process, especially when you're starting to do this point of analysis and self-reflection, maybe in the beginning you will only focus on 2 or 3 people during an experience of participation. Maybe write down when you can during the week or something, when you have a moment, even if it is only for half an hour a day, write about your experiences, about your world, what you're seeing, what you're observing, especially your focus on people and who you were in relation to those people. Have you experienced a change? Was there a movement that came up inside you? What was that? Was it the way the person was speaking, moving, all aspects?
Cool. Yeah.
Very clear. Stick with your writing. Your writing is the one point that has brought you to this application of stability that you're already standing inside within yourself.
Definitely.
And have a look how writing has also spruced up, so to speak, your ability to look at things within yourself in a very commonsensical, structured way, wherein there isn't as much emotion involved because you're just seeing the common sense of a point.
Yeah.
Of course, there is still reactions that come up. However, if you have a look, it's not like you're going into them and completely being submerged inside them for a long period of time. It is simply a momentary experience as you're working through something inside yourself commonsensically.